I am going to pace back and forth in my room and list off a summary of the totality of all of the existing statutes that cops, lawyers, and judges have violated, breaking the law, quote unquote, during the last 15 months this case has been going on. I've posted 5 videos today, and in those videos you will see the factual evidence backing up what I'm about to say. So, you walk out onto your front yard one Sunday mid-afternoon to refill a bird feeder, and the neighbor's dog, which you know to be a dog that does not like you, this dog stares at you and barks at you for zero reason. So you go out there, you take your 380 because you can see that the vicious, angry dog is playing fetch out with its owner in the front yard. Okay? I carry that gun anytime I go outside. It is much better to have a gun and not need it than to need a gun and not have it. Okay? A lot of people are going to find my stance on self-defense extreme. It is not. Here is my standard for self-defense. Anywhere I go, and I mean anywhere I go, other than a courtroom or a courthouse, obviously, I am prepared to defend my life from anyone who might threaten it at any point in time from any distance. Okay? I am not trying to be Billy Badass here. I'm trying to tell you, I'm afraid of dying. I'm afraid of being horribly injured. I'm afraid of being maimed. I'm afraid of being jumped. I'm afraid of being punched. Let me tell you about 2 sketchy situations that happened to me in the last 12 months living here in Wentzville. And then I'll get back onto the topic. This is going to be a nice long rant. About, 8 to 10 months ago, I'm driving in Wentzville and I need gas, so I stop to get gas. It is dusk. The sun is not yet down all the way. I fill up gas, and per usual, I am being situationally aware of what's going on around me. I am at a gas pump, and there's no other car on the other side of this pump. Okay? I am at the machine, getting ready to make my selections, still noticing what's going on. I notice that a sketchy-looking character who looks like he just got here from El Salvador prison land walks up from the store and enters the area where a car would be if it was getting gas on the other side of me. I found this a little bit odd. There's no car there. Why are you walking there? There's no other cars around. You shouldn't even be. Where are you going? So I watch this guy. Now I'm still making my selections. I'm entering my card. I'm putting in my PIN. I'm reading the screen to see what it wants next. But as I've got half my attention on this guy, I noticed that he walked all the way up to the pump on the direct opposite side of me. Okay? This guy is 100% my size. All right? Maybe a little bit smaller. He might have been like 6 foot, 190, 180, something like that. Young guy, 23, 4, 5. Looking sketchy. His eyes, where they're going, doesn't make any sense. I peek up above the gas pump, where my eyes are just above its level, in his direction to see what the hell is this guy doing. He was staring right at me. There was no car where he was. He was pushing buttons on a pump that he did not need to. He was staring right at me. My body went into adrenaline dump, the likes of which I haven't felt since I was approached by a very large tiger shark unexpectedly while diving in Hawaii. Something inside of me said, "Move," with an exclamation point. I hesitated for half a second. It then said, "Now," with an exclamation point. I listened. I moved. I backed the hell up. to my rear and to my right, and I went all the way around my car while always facing this motherfucker, and then I reached into my shirt and put my palm on the top of my 45. Just rest it there. Nobody can see the 45. I just let it rest there. It's an unnatural place for a hand to be unless it's something's there. And I just looked at him. Just looked at this. My gas is now pumping. It just started to pump. I backed away. My gas is now pumping. And I just looked at him. And I'm like, we're going to see where this goes. He looks to his left, my right. I look where he's looking. There's a dude in a car, parked backwards, ready to leave quickly, parked right next to the convenience store. This guy had bad juju intentions in his little psycho, prisoner, illegal immigrant eyes, dude. If you saw it, you would see what I'm talking about. I believe that guy was looking to steal my car. And it was going to start with some kind of strike to me. This is an otherwise safe neighborhood. Okay? I've never had anything like that happen before to me. Or since. But when you almost get jacked at a safe gas station, you're like, what? Now, if anybody doubts this, I could easily go look through my credit card receipts, find out when I bought gas at that station, which is rare, and then, well, the video won't exist, but there it is. Could. Second incident. All right? It's dark. I just went to a Chipotle. It's like 9 o'clock p.m. Not even late. I'm leaving this Chipotle. And there are 3 teenagers, all from something Istan. Look, it's just, you can see that in people. How they sound and what they look like. They're from something called Istan. All right? I go walking out to my car, and I hear one of them yell, "Hey, you, we're going to kick your ass." I knew they were talking to me. No one else is around. I'm like, the smart decision, what everybody says after something goes messy, is they say, I should have just walked away. I take that at heart. I just kept walking. Those guys had plenty of time to say something more to me, but they didn't. Why, I don't know, but they chose not to. Now, what if they did? 3 teenagers on one? And what if I'm just like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Completely uncalled for. Don't do that. Teenagers, there's no win here. They just walk away, do the smart thing. My point is, I'm ready. People who are not afraid of this are people who have never experienced the living nightmare horror of what it is to have a stranger break into your home. You don't know. If that had happened to you, you would know. You would have a very intimate perspective on this life that very few have. Injuries and death, though we see very little of both, happen regularly. Okay? I am not going to get jumped. I'm not even paranoid and looking around. Okay? I'm just observant. I'm just chill, normal attitude, going about my life. Chill. If anything, slightly happy. Why not? Life is good. But I'm not going to get bit by a dog either. I take a gun when I go hiking. Everywhere. That's not all I take. I carry a knife. You need options in this world. I don't ever want to shoot a gun. My God, look at the problems that happen. If I can use another method, I will. I carry mace. Yes, I carry mace, a knife, and a gun when I leave. Yes, I do. And I'm the best friend that you could ever have around you. Because if anything goes south around you, it's going to happen to me first. Someone is going to be there to be able to deal with it. You know what I could have done to those 3 kids if I was crazy? I have a baton. A cops police expendable baton. When I was in the 6th grade, a cop came to our school to do their little shows that cops do. Well, we're the good guys, blah, blah, blah. And he had an expanding baton. And he expanded, and I said, hey, man, hit me with that. Just barely, not hard, but hit me with it. He barely tapped me with it on the knee, and I was like, oh, my dear Lord. I was like, if someone were to hit that on your knee, you're done. You're going down. I mean, this is not fun for me. I do not enjoy this, but I am a man, and we protect. And if I can't protect myself, I can't protect you. I can't protect my family. I can't protect anything. That dog attacked me. It is not the first time a dog has attacked me. It is the first time I've ever shot one dog that attacked me. I lived in Hawaii, the big island, for 6.5 years, okay? Every square inch of that outside of Kona and Hilo might as well be the third world, okay? There are wild, loose dogs, and people don't obey any leash laws. The only leash law they obey is when they leash their dog to the bottom of their porch and give it a food and a water dish. And that's it. They treat their dog like a living alarm system, and that's it. It's sad. It's just people who are just, oh no, oh, that's dangerous. You're carrying a gun, oh, you're a knife and a mace, oh, you're a bad guy, oh, it's dangerous. Look, man, I carry this around for years and years without incident at all. You know, man, one time I was driving kind of off in a rural area, and it was a 2-lane road, windy, and somebody was having a bad day. It looked like a combat vet having a bad day type of situation, right? He's in his muscle car, and he goes flying around me, crossing the double yellow line, when he shouldn't have. There was a blind spot. A car could have been coming the other way and put him in a real tight bind on them. I was annoyed by this, but didn't care, just kept following. Well, he did it again to the car in front of him, and here's the problem. A car did come that time. It did come around the corner that time. He had to slow the hell down and jerk back into his lane. Another car jerked. Like, it was sketchy. He almost caused an accident. He was doing something psycho, speeding like crazy, weaving around traffic, and almost caused an accident. So, do I care? Do I do anything? Nope. But as I'm driving, and he's 2 cars ahead of me, I see that he pulls in to the left to a gas station. And as I go by, I lay on the horn, and I stick my finger out there, and I flip him off. Now, should I have done that? No, absolutely not. It was dumb. It was childish. I shouldn't have done it. It was a flaw, a mistake. I make them. They happen. I'm sorry. I'm a human. I try to grow and do better every day. Like, I shouldn't have done it. It was really dumb, and here's why. He peeled out, did a 180, and came after me. Now I got this guy behind me in my rear view. Dumb. But I had a gun. Do you know how terrifying that would have been if I didn't have a gun? I'm approaching a street light. It's red. If I come to a stop, is he going to get out of his car and approach me? I can't allow that. Therefore, I can't come to a stop. Therefore, I have to turn right. So, that light turned green. I just went through it. I'm like, I'm going about my life, buddy. I'm not... Make your move, bro. And luckily for me, just all of a sudden, he decided to pull over, turn around, and go away. He's decided he wasn't gonna chase me anymore. Dumb move. Don't ever do that. God, it was so dumb. But here's the point that started all this, man. And I've got to say it because they're gonna try to make me seem in court that I'm some psycho paranoid person who just has to have weapons and guns or something. Or I don't even know. Okay. But that's my attitude toward it. I am not going to apologize to any degree. I love this about me. I love this about me. This is just normal human behavior. This is how it's always been, except for recently when they decide we don't want anybody to have guns. Just like all the countries with tyrannical governments, we do not want you to have guns. Dang, all of you have guns and we can't get rid of the Second Amendment? Well, we'll just commit lawfare against everybody who uses their gun in lawful self-defense and therefore create this chilling message, this environment, this culture of, yeah, you can have the gun, but if you use it, you're going to be charged. We're seeing people confronted with knives and human beings threatening them, and then they shoot that attacker with a knife, with a gun, and they get charged. What? Oh, just leaves a taste in your mouth. It's just horrible. Trying to tell me I can't have a gun and defend myself is like telling a wolf, I've got to remove your teeth. If you want a gun, you can have dentures, but you can't have teeth. And you can't wear your dentures out in the public. Your claws, can't have those. Sorry, you can't defend yourself if attacked. You got to call the police. If the police don't get there, too bad. Just take the dog bite. I guess you're going to get beat up. Why doesn't the government track how many of these mass shooters were shot down, cut down early by people who had guns and who defended not only themselves but everybody else by shooting this crazed attacker? That stat isn't kept. This bozo didn't even know that Missouri is a don't need a concealed carry permit state, bozo. And you're out here training dogs professionally with professionals and trucks and tools for training dogs. You've got someone out here who can't control the dog because the dog doesn't respect her enough to listen and obey its commands. The dog respects and obeys you plenty. I've seen it obey your commands when you told it to leave me alone and don't even think about running in his direction. Not once, twice. Twice you said, hey, quit it. Come here. And made him stop. I kind of injected a whole new conversation topic into this video when I didn't intend to, but that's how it's going to get played out. I carry guns. If you are my child, my sibling, my parent, my friend, around me, your ass is safe. They're going to get me before they get you. And I'm not going to be irresponsible about it either. Why do you think I had a 380 in the first place? I don't want to take anything bigger out there in the middle of a cul-de-sac because I know that will stop the dog. Never in a million years did I imagine I actually have to use it every time I see somebody out with a big dog like that could attack me that I don't know and it doesn't know me. Or anytime I'm outside anyway, I just carry it with me in my pocket anyway. It just slips it right there. You don't even feel it. It's so small. It's so awesome. God, I love that gun. So, let's review. According to Missouri statutes, when this incident happened, as you saw in the last video if you watched it, their dog was in violation of leash laws and dogs roaming at large laws, clearly. They could have been given a ticket or not at the discretion of this officer or whatever. It's a unique situation because they simply crossed the street and into my yard to attack me. But it is still at large. The statute is clear. You must have a leash. It must be connected to a responsible person. It was not. So not only did they not get a ticket, but they didn't get what I got when I should have got a ticket. I was supposed to get a ticket, according to the law, according to the statutes that, again, I've put in the video. If you want to skip the ticket as a policeman or a prosecutor or a judge and go direct to the warrant that includes the trip downtown and the legalized sexual assault, you have to have one of two things, according to Missouri statutes. You have to have either a belief, or a reasonable belief, that the person will not attend the court hearing, or that they are a threat to the victims. I have never been accused of either. In fact, on the police report, on all our police reports, it has the opportunity to fill out this information. Have they been a threat to any of these people, or will they not show up to the hearing? And there are no comments written there. I've showed this in the videos. And yet they still, the cop, the prosecutor, and the judge all had hands in having me arrested. The cops who showed up here in December at 10:30 at night on a Thursday to arrest me, all they had to do was look into the arrest warrant. Hey, is this a legit arrest warrant? Why isn't this guy getting a ticket? Are the requirements met for him to get a warrant over a ticket? No, but we're still going to arrest him? Okay, those cops are liable. The cops is waiting in the cop car in late January. It ambushed me as I was coming home from work and arrested me over, quote, I pulled you over because you didn't have a front license plate. right next to an elementary school and a junior high school and a high school, where you don't want cars pulling over to get tickets. It's a whole bus loading zone. It screws up traffic forever in the afternoons and the mornings. You that arrested me, that's an illegal arrest. When the judge doesn't listen to me saying and bringing up that this is an illegal arrest, that the $2,500 was taken illegally, that the gun was stolen illegally, that the search was an illegal search and seizure directly against the Bill of Rights, like, obviously don't care. I'm just pointing out the Missouri statutes that have been openly, brazenly violated. They're not even trying to hide it. They obviously have so much domination, so much control of the system of justice in this local municipalities of Wentzville to St. Charles County that they have been getting away with this for decades. They're just so used to. They just don't even care. So the dog owner should have got a ticket. This should have been settled to a civil matter. This should have never been a criminal matter whatsoever. The cops say the dog had the ball in its mouth at the moment the dog was shot. The owner, female, says that it didn't. I haven't even looked at the cop cam video yet. Here's another one. Missouri statute says, as I've seen in my other videos, that if a dog is running loose on your property and you believe imminent harm, you can shoot it, and you can't be charged civilly or criminally. And if you are owed money. It's in the statute. If you're corrupt and you charge him anyway, and even if he loses, like, you still owe him the money. That's in this law. And they just don't even care. Well, that's an agricultural zoning code and da-da-da-da-da. I bet I'm going to get some kind of argument in that direction. Oh, so it doesn't make any more sense anymore? It's not legitimate because of how somebody arbitrarily designated this versus that? Okay. So I don't get a ticket. I get arrested illegally when I shouldn't have even gotten a ticket in the first place, according to their statutes. They should have gotten a ticket, and they didn't get the ticket. If they would have been treated like I was treated, they would have got the arrest warrant and the legalized sexual assault. Okay? Why are we putting and including 6 weeks of wages for one guy, 2 weeks of wages for another loser who thinks I should be paying for his lost wages, whatever? Why are we including 3/4 of an inch pages worth of vet bill information and pictures and scans there when I haven't even been found guilty of harming this dog? Okay? Isn't something like compensation supposed to be addressed during sentencing, the punishment? What are you planning on doing? This is with this is the government's case, not a civilian case. The government has, hey, this is a misdemeanor. It includes up to a year in jail and up to whatever, 2,000 in fines or whatever it is. That's it. What do you think a judge is going to do? Well, I see here from this information, there's $20,000 in vet bills, $8,000 in lost wages, so I'm just going to tack that on. Final determination is guilty, year in jail, and $30,000 in fines you got to pay in restitution. You're planning on doing that during the government prosecution type case? I've never heard of that before. Why are you even putting in dog's injuries details in the case at all? Shouldn't you be putting in details of why I'm guilty? Wouldn't you think you'd be putting in things like the Ring camera videos that are all over this neighborhood and this cul-de-sac that you didn't bother to get? Wouldn't you be able to get the video from the work truck that was parked in this cul-de-sac that filmed the event, and that person just needed to get the video from their employer? Instead, 2 cops were, the same day this attack happened, at 10 o'clock at night, meeting with the dog's owners at the vet office after the treatment was conducted so they could get the report. These people could have just taken that report to the police station the next day. Why are they going to the police station to get the report? Why weren't they spending that time at 10 o'clock at night getting the Ring camera footage that showed the actual event itself? Or that work truck camera footage? Why isn't that anywhere in Discovery? Why is it I'm only getting Discovery 10 months after the fact? Is this enough reasonable doubt? Can a corrupt as fuck court system even be considered a court, and the things it calls trials even be really considered trials? If they're committing brazen, open, legalized crimes that blatantly violate their own statutes, And they won't allow the defendant to bring this up at all because they threaten him with jail if you talk another word. And the guy even buys and posts the audio recordings of the last 3 times it happened because he doesn't dare post it otherwise. Otherwise, he gets thrown in jail with their threats. And I'm about to post another one. And all it is you're not allowed to talk, even though you have totally legitimate things to say that should dismiss all charges. We're not going to let you bring that up because you're so good at it. Shut the fuck up or I'll throw you in jail. Over and over and over and over again. Don't believe me. The video's coming. I just extracted it off my phone and the quality is gold. I didn't think it would be that gold. This guy transferred it from his phone to mine and I've never done that before. Poof, it's gold. This quality is gold. It's going to be the last thing I do today. I'm about to work on that. I'm going to get a total transcript. Like I said, I'm filing that transcript tomorrow, and right above Johnson's paragraph is going to be a complete transcript of everything that actually said. And you're going to see that everything he wrote in that paragraph was complete and total bullshit. Lies. If a judge can lie on the record, impose upon you, and face no consequences whatsoever, what kind of country do you have? Do you have a free justice system whatsoever? It's all fun and games until it happens to you. I can't wait. I can't wait. Your own law says you have to pay me. See, best case scenario for you is that all these juries come in, they say guilty, I go to jail for a year. Guess what? I'm gonna get out. What do you think I'm gonna do? Let it go? I can still file a suit. I can still do everything possible to collect all the evidence, to get all the whistleblowers, to draw all the attention. I haven't even tried. I didn't even look at this discovery. I've had it for 5 months. You know why? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. I don't have to. I know how to defend myself. I'm clearly not in jail. I'm doing just fine. I'm not upset. They can't upset me. Has nobody in this county fought back before? Ever? That's what it seems like. They are acting with such impunity. It's like they've never been caught, never had to face consequences for just ripping up the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all these regulations and rules and statutes they write, roaming at large. Oh, you can't arrest him without these 2 conditions. And, oh, you can't arrest him for shooting a dog. He thought it was going to hurt him, obviously. This guy has a completely clean history. Like, he has demonstrated sound judgment. 10 years I've been helping people online deal with lying judges. And that is primarily the problem of it, too. If I'm allowed to speak, others are convinced by the words. And if they go in and say, has the prosecutor provided any factual evidence regarding the element of jurisdiction that you presume me innocent of? No? Well, then how is me being innocent flipped? By what mechanism is that flipped? People ask this, you guys are done. Your extortion schemes are done. Your status is done. People are already seeing judges for exactly what they are, from the Supreme Court down. Your own Commission on Judicial Conduct admitted in that paperwork that it filed on Thornhill when they forced him to resign in disgrace that maintaining a good impression, a public image of the judiciary is hard enough without judges using the bench to spout their own political agendas and ambitions. Next door neighbor to Johnson. I'm seriously feeling like, man, I've said this so much, I just pretty much got it all out of my system. Like, you know, Saturday morning, I'm like, oh man, I got a lot to vent. I'm feeling kind of anxious about this. I got stuff to do. It's a week away. By the time Sunday night rolls around and I get all this work done over the course of 20 hours, it's right as rain. You're not going to be able to prevent the jury members, Johnson, from finding out the truth. or for being curious and getting on a channel anyway and finding out what you will threaten me and put me in jail for telling them. Your plan isn't going to work, but let's just